Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Purple Show, your home of European football on the Blue Podcast Network. I'm your host, Henry, your resident Bundesliga expert. Joining me this week, we have kind of a whole new lineup because, unfortunately, lots of people are doing lots of stuff. Tom's on a mountain, Jamie's away for personal reasons, and who else are we missing?
Dan.
Dan's just abandoned us and went back home.
Dan.
He just went home. I was like, I can't believe it. I travelled. I lived at home for a year and I still travelled in. Not good enough. But in replacement, alongside me and Lloyd, who's back doing La Liga.
Yep.
Covering Jamie and Eredivisie, we've got Matthew.
Yeah, I'll do my best at pronunciations.
No, you won't.
I will.
Liam is covering
Dan.
So you're covering Dan, so yeah.
Back
That's Dan's punishment.
Back to my usual spot.
Back to your usual spot. And we've got Reece in covering for Tom and the Portuguese Liga.
Do you know, yeah, I've been on the show 3 times. I've done Serie A, I've done Eredivisie, I've done Liga Portugal now.
Nice.
Yeah. He's gone in for you two next.
Mr. Worldwide I am now. I'm doing all the league. I'll be doing the Liga too.
Jack of all trades.
He's gunning for your seat now.
Yeah, no, I'm gone next.
You'll
I'm
never
out.
replace me, but you can try. You never will. But let's get straight into it then, shall we, and talk about some of these leagues. Go on then, Mr. Worldwide. Why don't you start us off?
Hang on a minute. Give me a second.
Very
Yep.
prepared. Well done, mate.
Over.
Is your pronunciation worse or better than the Eredivisie?
It's probably going to be worse.
Ooh.
Right,
But
we'll
let's
see.
see.
Let's have a go.
Yeah, let's have a go at this. So let's start off with Benfica with a 4-0 win over. I'm not going to say the name. Famalicão.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
right. That was right.
Yeah,
That was right.
Famalicão. Yeah.
I'm now
Fair
fluent in
play.
Portuguese.
I won't push it that far.
Not yet. But no, Barreiro scored a hat-trick for Benfica.
Wow.
And yeah, so 4-0 win, massive. I think they're going to go top of the table now as well. Yeah, they're second in the table, 3 points behind Sporting. And to be fair, just looking at the league table now, 4 points separate third to first.
Yeah, it's a
which is
3-horse race.
very,
Very close.
So I think it can go either way this year. Goku added a fourth in the 80th minute. Benfica, 3 points behind league leaders, Sporting Lisbon. Where do we guys think the league's gonna go this year? Because
It's tough.
I've backed Benfica.
I think at the start of the year was more Sporting, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But now it's kind of shifted.
I'll stick my voice on Sporting. I've said this from the beginning. Their quality will see them through. They've replaced their manager now as well, which I think is going to have a massive impact on what they're going to be able to achieve, and also like the quality of that squad. If you can just get it back to where it was, literally 2 months ago.
I'm going to stay with Sporting as well. I think when you've got a striker like Gyökeres and he's scoring goals for you, that's very important in a team, and a good striker can be the difference.
No, I'm going to agree. Don't know much about the league.
Has no thoughts.
No, I'll go Benfica though. If we're all going to say Sporting, I'll go.
Yeah,
Benfica.
no, I've backed Benfica for quite a few weeks now.
None
I
of
just
us
think
fancy Porto then.
I was going to
no.
say.
Well, Tom
Porto.
said Porto. Did he not? I think
Tom backed Porto. Yeah,
Tom,
I'm
I think,
pretty
backed
sure.
Porto. I'm just going to go Benfica. I think they've got the best manager in the league, and they've got some top players.
Is it
Like
Yeah,
Bruno
Bruno
Lage?
Bruno
Yeah.
Lage. Yeah, he's got some quality about him. I like his mentality, the way he handles players. I do. It's that kind of quality. I do like Pavlidis. I do think he's got something about him, but Gyökeres is clearly a level above.
I know this,
And that will
I know this
see
wasn't the league, but Pavlidis hat-trick against Barcelona last night. That's
5-4,
incredible.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Lord, yeah, I
What
forgot
game?
about that. Jesus.
Yeah, for context, we're recording this, of course, on the Wednesday, Tuesday night, 5-4 against Barcelona.
crazy
Was it?
result, isn't it?
Insane game of
Mental.
football.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable match.
Some of those goals as well.
It's just
actually
crazy.
mental.
It was a joke.
Chesney had a howler, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't have his best
Howler.
game. Didn't
But
have his best game.
He's come out and said, if I were Flick, I wouldn't pick me either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he knows that he's not up to it, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm just here to
That's
to
not
cover.
that's not a good thing though, because surely he should be having his mentality picked up. Like his manager should be saying, "Well, no, I'm picking you because you are good," and giving him that lift.
He wasn't being picked at the time.
No, I know, but still,
Right.
Should be getting that lift.
Yeah. What are we saying about the rest of the league?
Well, let's go to Sporting now. 3-0 win over Real Ave. Sporting had 29 shots in that game, 13
Jesus.
on target, compared to Real Ave, who only had 2 shots. So, yeah, a goal for Gyökeres again, continuing to score goals. I think how many is that? I think it's like he now into the 20 odd goals and stuff like that.
Probably around that mark.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I think, as you said as well, with having a striker, I think if you have a good striker, you win the league, you win titles, and you do succeed and stuff. So yeah, so Gyökeres on the score sheet again. We'll go over to Porto now, who lost 3-1.
To who?
3-1 lost for Porto. Gil Vicente.
They lost.
Yeah.
They
That
lost
is
to Gil
interesting.
Vicente.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're a relegation threatened team.
I
aren't
wonder
I
if
believe
Tom is
they
still
are
back in
not-
Porto then.
Not having the greatest season. Not sure where they are on the table. If you could tell
They're
us.
ninth in the table, to be fair.
Oh, it's not
No,
bad.
so
That's a
that-
decent
so
season
back
for them.
mid-table, so they're actually doing pretty decent this year. But yeah,
Wow.
Porto losing.
Should be doing better, really. Yeah.
That's not great, is it? And they had the opportunity there. So they're 4 points off Sporting. So could have went a
Yeah.
a point
Yeah.
behind.
What I would say though is that's now 3 games in a row that they've lost.
Really?
3 games in a row.
No,
Although
I
that doesn't
did
include
see
the cup
something about
game.
that. I did see something about three games in a row now.
Wow.
Which is that you could have been top with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think that's why Tom was backing them because they were really pushing Sporting and they've just dropped all the way off.
Yeah.
That's that. Well, there you go. That's decided.
I have a look anywhere. I think they're kind of just the main fixtures over in Portugal. So
Yep.
where are we landing next?
Which country? Who wants to go next? Any takers?
Might as well. Why on earth not? Let's go to La Liga. Well, Barcelona dropped points. Atletico Madrid dropped points. Real Madrid did not. They go
Ooh.
top of the table in La Liga. A 4-1 win over Las Palmas.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe getting 2 goals. His second. Oh, it was a great first time finish into the top corner. Really, really good goal. He's on it. Vinicius Jr. was suspended, so they did this without Vinicius Jr. Las Palmas actually went 1-0 up inside the opening 30 seconds. Fabio Silva scoring at the Santiago Bernabeu. Unbelievable goal as well.
Never
Straight-
would have said that from the start of the season.
Straight from kickoff, like the team, the play was ridiculous. It was such a good goal, and then Las Palmas give away a penalty. Mbappe steps up and slots it, and just from there, it was a complete Real Madrid onslaught. They had like 2 or 3 goals disallowed for offside. So on another day, the players stay on side. Could be 6-7-1. So
Yeah.
God.
Would you
I
say
mean-
Mbappe's back now?
Mbappe's been here the whole season for me. He's been here the whole season.
Bold claim. Bold claim.
He's been, I think he had, Real Madrid, of course, they had a slow start in the league in terms of their results. But yeah, he's really hitting the form now that we expected. Of course, he was still doing decently well. I don't think there was ever a time where Mbappe wasn't doing good. But he's been doing decently well this season. But the past few games, he's cranking it up. He's getting goals. He looks so confident, so good on the ball. And yeah, scoring 2 goals. I know it's against Las Palmas, who of course are not having the best season. But you've got to score the goals to win the games, and that's what Kylian Mbappe's doing at the moment. Barcelona dropped points to Getafe for the 5th year running, I believe it is, away from home. They can't seem to win against Getafe away from home.
Poor result,
It's 2 points dropped for Barcelona. It's 1 win in their last 8 La Liga matches. They're really, really struggling.
After such a good start they had as well, they ran away with it. At
Yeah.
the beginning and
They were on
just
fire.
dropped off.
Didn't they have that the best start they've ever had? So
It was, definitely would have been up there for them. They were quite a way ahead at one stage, and yeah, drawing to them. Although Jules Koundé, I thought was brilliant. He had a really good game. He got the goal. Lewandowski he wasn't great. Rafinha struggled against a fullback called Juan Iglesias, who had a really, really good game. Rafinha just couldn't really get past him. To another game and another draw. It's not looking great for them in the league, but in the Champions League, on the other hand, as we've already talked about, it is looking good. So
Second in the table now behind another team.
Liverpool,
which we won't mention, which we won't come on to.
but
I believe Atletico Madrid were top before this, weren't
they were, and
So
Atletico Madrid are now second. They lost 1-0 to Leganes away from home. Former Manchester City centre-back Mateja Nastasic scoring the winner for them.
That's the name I haven't heard.
So he scored the only goal of that game. Antoine Griezmann missing a penalty in the last moments of the game to get a point. So, Atletico Madrid, their 14 games that they've won in a row streak has come to an end, losing to Leganes. Massive points for them as well,
What a
towards the
way to
bottom of the
drop it.
table. I mean, really, really good from them overall. And as for Atletico, they've done really well to put themselves in this position in the first place. To be in the title race, of course, with Real Madrid and Barcelona is where they want to be. And the money that they've spent, but the players that they've also sort of moved on at the same time, you've got to say that it's been a successful window. Bringing in Alvarez, bringing in Conor Gallagher, Alexander Sorloth, of course, from Villarreal, who's chipped in with his fair few goals. It's been a successful period for them, I'd say.
Who's going to win it then? Who's winning La Liga?
I said Barcelona. I've said Barcelona pretty much all season. Apart, two weeks in, I switched from Barcelona to Real Madrid. Yeah. Now I'm leaning more back to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I think a 7-point gaps.
I'm leaning Real Madrid.
It's pretty difficult.
I'm going to back Atletico still.
Yeah, they could do it.
Mbappe's form finally starting to come off. You got to look at the fact that Ancelotti's come out and said he's not leaving. Full on Wolf of Wall Street in it. And just look at the form of Real Madrid. I think they're going to start to really walk away with it now.
Yeah, I mean, the only games they seem to have struggled in, really, Real Madrid, in recent memory, like the past month or two, is the games against Barcelona, where they seem to get battered at the moment on a regular basis.
Yeah,
but
like that.
I think Ancelotti's going to change that from having Vinicius Junior, Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Mbappe all play against the big side. He's going to drop one of the four, which will be very interesting to see.
I've been telling to do this for ages. Play Bellingham as the false nine, use Vinicius and Mbappe as the wide side forwards, and then have a midfield four of Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni. It's the most balanced midfield I have ever seen. It does wonders for my ADHD and my dyslexia because it's just kind of like I look at it and I go, that's perfectly shaped. Look at that. Look at the shape there, the proper diamond. Right side of midfielder, left side of midfielder, perfect. But enough about that. Sorry, I get carried away with that there.
No, I mean, there's one more game I'd like to speak about. Celta Vigo losing 2-1 at home to Athletic Club, who are now level on points with Barcelona.
Wow!
So they're now level on points.
Because they had a pretty shocking start of the season, didn't they?
They were a little bit inconsistent. Of course, Nico Williams, he had all that drama in the summer. Would he go to Barcelona? Would he not? He wasn't really getting in the team too often. I mean, they're having other players step up. Iñaki Williams, of course. Alex Berenguer got on the score sheet for them. Daniel Vivian also got on the score sheet. He's just been a solid centre-back for them all season. They've got some really, really good players. And it's so impressive, as we've said so many times this season, how they keep on doing it with their youth academy and the structure for the transfers. It's so good. And
is it true that they've never been relegated?
I believe so. They're one of the 3 teams to not be relegated. Barcelona and Real Madrid are the other 2. So
wow.
That's actually so impressive when you actually think of it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Especially with how they only invest in Basque players as well.
Yeah.
And because I think I've read as well where there was actually a case where they were nearly going to go down, and I think they had a vote with the fans or something like that to say, should we kind of just forget about the Basque and actually just try and save and set up in the La Liga, and the fans still voted against it, and they actually ended up obviously staying up and things like that.
Yeah, they've done
so it's actually
well.
really impressive what they're actually able to do.
In a situation like that, especially in relegation, and when you're club culture plays a huge part. If you stick to your morals and stick to how the club's always been, you're going to get results eventually, and they could possibly go above Barcelona. If so, that's great for the club.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Because how many clubs do a rule like that? I can't name many.
I think there's very few. There'd be very
identity
few.
Is so important. I think identity is really important.
I'd love to see what would happen if you did this in England, where you say, okay, Manchester can only have players from Manchester, London can only have players from London, and see who would win. And you go through each of the major cities and go, okay, who are the biggest footballers from these regions?
That's actually a good idea for a podcast, to be fair. Do like a team of do like a Manchester and see who's the best team you can make out of Manchester or London or
you
Newcastle.
Simulate it using
FIFA.
No,
he's thinking FM.
Why would I think FIFA?
He's thinking FM.
For those who don't know, I'm on cold turkey from FIFA. I'm not touching it.
No. Yeah, there actually is one more game I want to talk about. Villarreal beat Mallorca 4-0. They went 4-0 up inside 28 minutes.
Oh,
actually.
Jesus
unbelievable. Of course, the week before they lost to Real Sociedad. I watched that game. They lost 1-0. They weren't really that great in it. Dani Parejo, though, on Monday night, got a goal and an assist. Of course, used to be the former Valencia captain all those years ago. I mean, it's just mental. 4-0 inside half an hour is ridiculous. And the fact that, they didn't let Mallorca back into the game at all, because if you are 3-4-0 up after half an hour, you can easily let your foot off the pedal.
Was it 4 different goal scorers as well? I'm just trying to see that.
I believe it was. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it was.
So that's great team play. Who's the coach there at the moment? I
The
forget.
coach is, I believe, Marcelinho.
Oh, that's where he landed. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so
Nice.
he's there now, and he's not doing too bad a job. They're fifth. There is a bit of a
Yeah.
gap between them and Athletic Club. Mallorca, of course, as well, sixth in the table. So to beat the team one place below them by 4-0 is
Well, we know which
pretty
position
impressive.
Villarreal's finishing in this season, don't we?
yeah.
I wonder which number it could be. But I mean, any team that signs Willy Cambralo is a decently run team. So there you go. To bring it back to Man United. Shall we shift on then? Obviously, we were
Yes.
speaking earlier about Barcelona and their draws. Why don't we go to a league where there's a team that love to draw, full of artists? This league. Can you guess which one it is?
Sorry, but you've used that joke now for what, 5 weeks running?
It's a great joke.
Anyway,
Rude, thanks for that one, mate. Go on, Liam. Tell us about Syria.
so Napoli came back from 1-0 down to beat Atalanta 3-2. Now, I think
That's a title
it was
decider.
unlucky for Atalanta. They had the majority of the ball for the game. They were creating most of the chances, but they weren't clinical enough that game. They weren't clinical.
Wasn't there a wonder goal from Adamola Lookman?
He ran through that defence. It was beautiful. He was knitting with his feet. He was weaving. It was lovely.
That Fulham. Do you remember that Fulham team from like 2018, 19 or something like that, where they had Lookman and
Anguissa.
Anguissa. Who was their other forwards? It was Iwobi, Mitrovic. Oh, that's like Ola Aina was there.
Yeah.
Like right team, wrong time. It's so many
imagine
good
that
players.
team now in the Prem.
That's
Do wonders.
dangerous. That's dangerous.
Wonders.
Go on.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm gonna say Anguissa.
Anguissa.
Got 2 assists from midfield.
Yeah.
His passing accuracy was great as well. He was really controlling that midfield that game.
It still pains me to this day that like Liverpool never went for him when he was at Fulham about 4 or 5 years ago, because we were crying out for another sort of midfielder who could play.
I mean,
who could potentially play as a 6, but he's more of an 8, I'd say now.
he's just a bit of a bruiser in there. He can kind of do anything in any area of the pitch, but he's that physical. But he was always that good player at Marseille, and everyone picked him up at Fulham and got relegated. And everyone was like, okay, if we're going to pick up a player from a relegated team, go get this guy, because give it a few years, he is going to be great.
Yeah.
And now he is helping Napoli, hopefully, towards another title.
Yeah, they're 3 points clear now. They're 3 points clear of Inter Milan, and Inter Milan did win. They cruised in a 3-1 victory against Empoli.
Right.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
The goals were Martinez, Dumfries, and Thuram. It was
Varane.
Thuram.
Thuram. I was going to
Yeah.
say, I'm pretty
I
sure
pronounce
Varane
English,
retired, mate. But
yeah.
Isn't he French and you're half French?
I don't speak French.
good. Well done, mate. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me
So
too.
Inter won, Napoli won against Atalanta, who were the other title challengers.
Yeah, Atalanta are third now.
Have they dropped down? How many points is it in between them and
So
Inter Milan?
in between,
Have Inter got a game in hand as well?
I will check
might
for
do.
you.
I
right
feel
now.
like they do.
Yeah.
They do have a game in hand, and they're only 3 points away from Napoli.
Yeah.
Atalanta are on 43, Inter are on 47, and Napoli are on 50. Another game, which is a clash of the Titans, is Juve beat AC Milan pretty comfortably with a 2-0. 45 minutes, it was pretty even, but once the second half came out, Juve had the ball. They were moving nicely. There was no standout players. It was just like a solid team performance.
They've ended their drawing streak.
They have.
Wow.
Well, they're still unbeaten, aren't they?
Yeah, they remain unbeaten.
Still
unbeaten
unbeaten.
with one win. Oh, they've just been drawing all
But
season.
yeah,
It's
it wasn't.
ridiculous.
There wasn't any players you watch and go, wow. It was just like the team as a unit just soundly diffused AC Milan,
Yeah.
and it was just comfortable to now.
I mean, I often see, well, I don't often see, but I see Juve win every now and again. And every time I see them win, there's a certain goal scorer who always gets one. The
Yep.
Belgian winger. I forget how to pronounce his name.
Are you talking about? Is it Salamakers?
No.
No, you're on about
M-
Mbangula, is it?
Bangula.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. Every time Juventus win, he's playing and he scores. And he started the first game of the season, and Juventus fans were like, "Who the hell is this guy? Why is he starting?" And he got a goal and was one of their best players in the day.
He was. He got
and
a
now
goal.
he scored again.
It was.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was him. wasn't it?
Weah scored as well.
Weah.
Yeah, Timothy Weah.
But another point of interest is Tammy Abraham came off with injury.
Oh. Did he start the game?
He did start the game. He came off in the 80th minute with injury.
Right.
And he wasn't playing particularly well either, but
That's
a blow
tough.
to
I mean,
That's a cut to his loan, surely.
since Conceição's obviously won the Italian Super Cup, I think it was. I don't know. Have they picked up a win since then? I'm not sure, but
I think
I don't
know
think
what
they
you
have
mean,
done.
'cause
Yeah.
they do keep dropping points now.
I think it might only have been 1 or 2 games.
They've had a
but
tough run. In all fairness, they've been playing the big boys over and over again.
yeah.
Just I think he smoked too many of those big cigars and just kind of like took a big break.
Legendary celebration. That brilliant from them.
Literally came in for 2 games and won them a trophy.
Yeah.
It took him 2 games, and Tottenham haven't won one in what, 10 years, 20 years now? Like, whatever it is.
We are leaning towards 17 this year. I think it is
17 years.
17 years.
Whee.
2008
Wow.
for them. But
Took him 2 days.
well, how about the rest of the teams? How do they do?
The rest of the teams, it's just, to be fair, the top of it is so interesting. I didn't really care about the rest.
Go on, do the top of it then.
Right.
Go on.
But yeah, Lazio, they've won 3-0 against Verona.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Get a good clean sheet. Keeper played pretty well, to be fair. It was
It's a Providel.
Providel, yeah.
Rodell, yeah. Good pronunciation, please excuse me. I think Gigot.
What?
I
Oh,
don't
the
know.
centre half.
The French
Yeah.
sheets, the French
Yeah.
Gigot?
Yeah.
Gigot?
Oui.
No, we don't talk in that filthy
No.
accent. Go on.
Then
I'm gonna get
it's either
cancelled
Dia
for
or
that one.
Dyer. Okay, yeah, well.
Huh?
It's Dia or Dyer.
I guess Dia.
Dia, see, I got
Dia.
that right.
Oh, what, the
Then-
Senegalese striker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the name, yeah.
And then this is one.
Show me.
Zakini.
Zaccagni.
Zaccagni.
Zaccagni, yeah.
This has turned into a teaching
Yeah.
a English, French person Italian,
Yeah.
which is mental.
Forza Italia.
Forza Italia. Yeah, there we go. Forza Italia.
There we
You're
go.
definitely
It's
losing
Italian.
down all his points today, but that's a separate thing. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Yes.
Matthew,
okay.
do you want to talk to us about the Eredivisie?
Yeah, there were a couple surprising results, to be honest.
Go on, then show us what you got.
Well, you know how Ajax were 4 points behind, and Jamie was quite upset because they had the game in hand.
Yep.
They're back to 1 point behind.
Wow.
Ooh, so what happened then?
PSV lost.
Who did they lose
Damn.
to?
They lost to PEX Vola.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a massive result.
So Krastev scored in the 2nd minute for PEX Vola, and then Bakayoko equalised in the 25th minute. Krastev then scored again before half time, and Vente secured the win in the 94th minute.
Damn.
Really, really big game for them, that, because Ajax beat Herenveen 2-0. So they're now only 1 point behind. Akpom and Sutolo both scoring.
I mean,
Nice.
it's a shame for Robin van Persie to drop points, but I do understand it is against a very good Ajax team, so
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
let him off this once.
But yeah, the title race is getting very interesting
Good.
now, with PSV looking much more beatable than they have in recent weeks. Utrecht, who are obviously 3rd, they were held, I believe, by AZ Alkmaar, which isn't a terrible result on paper because AZ are 6th. But both keepers played well in that game. I think there are a lot of chances for both teams, and either team probably could have won that game. Moving on, we got Go Ahead Eagles 2-1 against Groningen. Again, pretty standard.
Yeah.
A bit more of what I think is a surprising result is Feyenoord drew 1-1 with Willem,
Wow.
which is
Jesus, that's
which is bad.
Isaac's next team, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yes.
yeah,
you said. Yeah, you said that. Didn't
With
you?
their-
Yeah,
their
before.
12th in the
I
table.
might have said
Yeah.
that one before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally only
it's good
interesting
for-
fact I can think of.
Good ball.
they're 12th and Feyenoord are 4th, so they should have won that
I think
game.
this is another year where kind of Feyenoord are dropped off. Did they win last Eredivisie?
They did not. They won the one before, I'm pretty sure. But
Did Schlott win one?
yeah, he did.
I'm pretty sure he won one.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and of course, Arne Slot leaving. It shows you how much of a difference a manager can make. You know.
It shows how clever it is when you hire a manager who plays the same system as your former manager.
Yeah.
That's what it shows. But Feyenoord obviously.
You gotta give him credit though. Like
I'm trying not to.
And
you have to give him credit. Top of the table. Top of both tables. Like
Let's
come
save
on.
it for the Gold Show, which comes out tomorrow.
Friday.
Yeah, so it will come out tomorrow. So make sure you check.
No, it comes out the day before this.
Yeah, it's already out.
Make sure you go back on our channel and check out the Gold Show if you haven't already. Crack on.
Another sort of surprising result. NAC Breda beat FC Twente 2-1. Although it's not that surprising because they're both doing decently, but Twente are higher in the table.
Yeah.
Then rounding it off, Heracles beat Almere City 2-0.
Mhm.
And then I don't know how to say this one.
Which one?
Is it just NEC?
NEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, because the second bit I don't know how to say
Yeah.
that. NEC beat Fortuna Sittard 4-1.
Wow.
No,
That's-
that's goals.
That's a big result. And finally, Sparta Rotterdam beat Valvik 1-1. Sorry, drew to Valvik 1-1.
Yeah, I beat
Been
you
it's
1-1.
been a long day. Been a long day.
Yes, it has indeed.
But yeah, as I said, the table's starting to get closer. PSV Eindhoven are now only 1 point ahead of Ajax. Valvik are bottom of the table, and the relegation zone's starting to get a bit further isolated from the rest of the league now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it about the Eredivisie this week.
Right.
Cool.
And that leads us on to
It's on to me. It's my turn. Let's talk about the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga. I'm going to try and do the accents now.
right.
This is
Okay.
going to go badly. Let's have a look. So, shall we address the elephant in the room?
Yes, we shall.
Shall we
What
do
is
it?
the elephant in the room?
If
Nuri
you-
Sahin has been sacked on the back of a 2-0 loss to Eintracht Frankfurt. He's gone.
Well, is that not 3 losses in a row now?
It's-
Because they lost to Holstein Kiel last week as well, didn't they?
Yeah, I believe it's 3 in a row now.
Yeah, they've been through a tough run.
It's depressing when you have some attacking talent in this team that's just not being utilised. Like Jan Kutu being on the bench for every game just baffles the fuck out. I mean, I get Reyerson's useful and he's very flexible playing left back, right back, but you got to play your talented attacking fullbacks. Like I've just done an FM save with Borussia
course you
Dortmund
have.
personally. I signed Matteo Gutierrez to play left back, and it's just Kuto and Gutierrez wing backs. That's beautiful.
It's like
Um,
Girona
the
last
Girona guy.
season.
Yeah, he's still there. The fact that no one's picked him up, by the way, that is a player to get.
Yeah,
if you're a big
100%.
club. Liverpool should go for him, actually.
Yeah, he'd be
As a
great.
Robertson replacement.
He'd be great.
100%. Don't get Kirkes because we want Kirkes. Leave Kirkes alone. Not to talk about the Premier League too much. Dortmund have now won as many games as they've lost this season,
Oh,
which is
That's
brutal.
really
For
poor.
a
That's really
club of
poor.
their size
Yeah.
is absolutely ridiculous.
Not as bad as Man United, though, still, are
Let's
they?
not talk about that. Frankfurt now sit third, whilst Dortmund are dropped as low as 10th.
in the bottom half.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad that Højlund scored for Frankfurt.
Yeah.
The other Højlund, because there's 3 of them. There's
Yeah, his
3
brother.
Brothers. There's
His brother
3
scored.
brothers.
Yeah,
I
did
didn't
you
know
never know
that.
that? He's got three. He's got 2 other brothers. Højlund.
One Højlund is at. Is one of them still at Copenhagen?
I believe so.
So basically,
One for
you've got the
Copenhagen.
rubbish one.
Oh.
And the other goal scorer was Ekite, PSG fame.
Mm-hmm.
And he's there now. Did we see the replacement for Marmoush, by the way? Because he's obviously off to City. Did we see who it was going to be?
No.
Who is it?
I believe I might have got this wrong, but I believe it's going to be Wahi from Marseille.
That's a great signing.
Oh right.
That's a good signing.
I
He's
think
good.
the profile fits as a centre forward / he can kind of drop deep and also play up front. Very physical. Bit of a knobhead, I'm pretty sure.
I was going to say, was he not the one who had all those?
Yeah,
Like,
we're not
dodgy
going to comment
stuff.
on that.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Yeah.
comment on that. Good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, we're not gonna...
Other than the fact that Marseille is just full of them, it's ridiculous.
Right. Back to the football.
Back to the football. Obviously, Sahin's been sacked, so we're hoping for Erik ten Hag. Another chance for me to support him a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll have him in at Dortmund. I think he suits the Bundesliga a lot better, and he's less issues than there are at Man United. And he's got Sebastian Kell, who's a very good director of football to work with, which is a lot better than working with no one, because Dan Ashworth got sacked. Let's move on. It's a big game down the bottom of the table. A relegation clash between Heidenheim and St. Pauli. And St. Pauli won 2-0.
Ooh,
Big
2-0
Wow.
Big
win.
win.
statement.
Do you remember Gulavogi?
Yes.
He scored, and so did Eggestein for St. Pauli.
Oh wow.
That's definitely not how I pronounce it, but you know what, screw it. The side is now separated by 3 points.
Heidenheim are really struggling, aren't
Yeah,
they?
and
They're-
they are in the playoff.
Yeah, they
places.
finished. They finished in the Europa Conference League spots last season, though.
Yeah.
They're in European competition this year.
They obviously
Oh,
have
you're
Paul
right, yeah.
Vanner online from Bayern Munich, kind of pulling the strings for them in that midfield.
Mm-hmm.
I expect him to either get minutes at Bayern or get a much bigger loan next season.
Right.
He's got something about him. He really does. And he's been the shining light in this Heidenheim's team this season.
European football for like a mid-table side just drains them completely.
Oh, do you remember when Burnley did it in the
Yeah.
Prem? Like, exactly. It just kind of...
Sheffield United as well.
Yeah, exactly. And there's too many games going on. That's why... Do you remember when Chelsea won the league?
Yeah.
That's why they won the league. because it had
Didn't
no
have
European
got
football.
nothing.
Yeah, no,
It's actually really helpful.
it's very similar, of course, to Napoli, who was managed by Conte as well.
Yeah.
So
with
you know,
exactly, and obviously there is an exception.
What?
The mighty Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
There is an exception to that rule.
yeah.
But other than that, we'll move on. Hoffenheim are moving another step towards safety, winning 3-1 at Holstein Kiel.
Well, they needed
obviously
that.
A team that are bottom or second bottom of the Bundesliga.
Second bottom, I think,
Second
because
bottom.
Bochum are down and out.
Yeah, exactly. They move up to 15th, 5 points above 17th place Bochum. So there you go. They look like they are going to be safe now, just about, if they continue this form.
Can I say, do you see what Kramuch came out since I think it was like last week or something like that? He came out and said something like, "Oh, if I say something about the club, blah blah blah, then he would get like fined or he'd get in trouble."
Yeah.
and stuff
If
like
I
that.
speak, I am in big trouble.
Yeah, he said he'd get the biggest fine in Bundesliga history. I think it was.
he said something like that. Yeah,
Clearly
So-
some behind the scenes issues there.
There are
then.
clearly
Yeah.
some behind the
Yeah.
scenes issues. I mean, he's been a massive servant to them as well. Like,
He's been unbelievable.
Do you know who he used to play for? Where he came from?
Yeah, he came from Leicester. I'm
he
aware.
did.
And he missed out on a Premier League winners medal.
I didn't know that people knew that, because a lot of people, when I say it, they're surprised because we bought him and we never played him, and he's gone on to be a really, really good player.
In the Bundesliga,
He was
yeah.
like one of the ones that got away, because we could have played him and he would have been really good.
And he fits that Okazaki role as well, really well. So he would have played in
Same
that
as
team
what's
really
the other
well.
one? Is it Andre Silva or something like that? He was good. He was really bad
what?
for
The
us.
guy you signed on the back of winning the Premier League from Sporting?
Yeah, who we signed.
Midfielder.
We signed 14 seconds too late, and he had to sit out for 6 months.
Yeah, I remember
because
the game,
we signed
yeah.
him 14 seconds too late.
He didn't really
Really?
go on to do that much, though, did he?
I
Who?
thought he went to. Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. I
Monaco.
think.
Are you
But
thinking of Slimani?
no, 'cause Slimani's rubbish.
Andre Silva, he was a central midfielder.
A central midfielder.
He played for Sporting, and they bought him on the back of their league win.
He's decent. He's not
right.
bad, but
But he didn't go on to do that much, to be fair, I would say.
Yeah,
Kramaric has been a lot more
see,
successful.
I can't even remember that even happening. So
I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you afterwards. Stuttgart are back because they won 4-0 at Freiburg, which
Right.
is ridiculous, because obviously Freiburg are having a really good season as well, actually.
yeah.
It was 3-0 by half-time.
Wow.
wow.
Undav scored in the 4th minute, and then again in the 80th minute, so he got a brace. And Stuttgart are now 4th, which does drop Freiburg back down to 8th, and they are now level on points with Wolfsburg, who had a pretty poor season.
that's a strong season for Stuttgart, isn't it? Though that's a good season for them.
They tend to do this. They tend to European
Up and
qualification, relegation threatened, European qualification threat. You get what I'm saying?
Just qualify
Well,
to-
they're not normally as high as 4th when they are qualifying for Europe, but I wouldn't say. Are
I
they?
thought they had Champions League football this year.
They do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
They finished second, I think it was last season.
Maybe
was it
I'm wrong
second or
then.
third?
No, it wasn't second.
Was it
played last
third?
night.
Must
It was
be second.
third.
Bayern was second.
Bayern was second.
So they're starting to. Obviously, they did this a lot. They were kind of the guy that Danny Aaron loves, Wumungatunga, whatever his name is.
No,
Silas
now.
Because they had Silas and they did that, and then they were like, the relegation threatened, and then they did that last season, and now they're kind of holding it. So maybe they're back.
found some form.
Yeah.
Found some form. They've got a
Consistency,
couple of
maybe.
talented players. Milot is definitely somebody to watch out for. Lewing, they got a free from Groyfirth, I think the name is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's decent. Wagnerman has always had some talent. They got from Hertha Berlin.
Yeah.
And they built a really, really strong team. And who's the manager there at the moment? Because I'm wondering that person,
Sebastian Hoeneß.
Sebastian Hoeneß, he's going to be wanted at some point soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
was he linked with the United job?
I'm not sure.
I think he was linked with. The
I did
United
just
job.
find out that Stuttgart actually did finish second
Did
last
they?
season.
Wow.
They finished.
They finished above Bayern.
They finished above Bayern by
I
1
was gonna say, I
point.
did think Bayern finished third. But
Yeah.
I thought it was someone else who came.
Nah,
But
Stuttgart.
second.
Is that a Tottenham finishing third in your season kind of third? Like they were second the whole time and then they dropped to third.
It might have been.
I
I'm
think
not sure.
so. I think it pretty much was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think if Bayern don't win the league this season, this could be a candidate for the Bayern job. If they
Yeah.
decide to move on from company, which, if they're smart, they will. He's not that good. And then there are 2 more games I just want to quickly mention. No Bayern game this week, unfortunately. But Union Berlin did beat Mainz 2-1. It was 1-1 after 5 minutes.
Wow.
That's all I had to say on
what
that
a
game.
start.
It was 1-1 after 5 minutes. But the last goal came from the spot in the 24th minute. Scored a penalty, and then it stayed like that the entire
Boring end of the game, really. Then.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of a half an hour of the best game of the season, and then an hour of nothing. So lots of fun there. And then Werder Bremen lost 2-0 to Augsburg. which is a bit of a mid-table clash, 9th and 12th. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a bit of it gives a little bit of hope to Augsburg that they're going to be safe now. But yeah, just a bit of a mid-table clash.
Right.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah, I just want to quickly bring it back to Vincent Kompany because you said you don't rate him at all.
I really don't know.
No?
No, I do
Not even with 20 wins out of 27 in all competitions so far this season. You wouldn't say that's a decent record?
This is Bayern Munich we're talking about. We expect them to win 27 out of 27.
Yeah, but then again, it's like
I wouldn't go that
I
far with
wouldn't,
the
like,
Champions League and
they're
stuff.
top-
I was exaggerating.
they're top.
Give me
They're
a
top of the
second.
Bundesliga. If they win tonight, I think it is against Feyenoord, they could push themselves up into the top 8 for the Champions League qualification
They're in a
places.
good place. I
think you're being a little bit harsh
he's
there.
not
to
a
be honest,
bad
Henry.
coach. He's not.
I
I wouldn't say he's a
also
good
see
coach
why-
either, but he's not
Unfortunately,
bad.
he's done the silly thing of keeping the Spurs players in the team. Therefore, we know they're not going to win anything this season.
Well, I'm
I
very.
hate to
I
disagree,
think-
but
I think it-
disagree.
I think it's
Harry
going to
Kane will not win a
change.
trophy
Harry
this season.
Kane will win a trophy. He will. He'll do it.
Right, Henry.
I hope you're right, but I don't think you are.
I think
right.
they're winning the Bundesliga, but Bayer Leverkusen may have something to say about that.
I was going to say because they're back now. They've
They
had
are.
really good form
They
in the
are.
last few
They're
weeks.
getting there.
Was it 2 points behind? 3 points behind? Something like that?
4.
4 points behind now. Obviously having a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
And I do question again. He played the back four with the wing backs at wing last game, which I am very highly questioning. Like why you need that many defenders. But they are back in it, and I'm going to back them to win the title.
Right.
Any? What do you guys think? Bayern all the way, or
Yeah, Bayern will win it,
I don't want Kane to win anything.
but he will.
So
So
Bayer
who's your
Leverkusen
prediction?
then.
I'll go Leverkusen.
Yeah, I'll go Bayern Munich as well.
Right.
Bayern Munich? Okay, so we'll find out.
Bayern Munich it
Looks
is.
like it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Let's move on to the Purple Game Show,
Yep.
which is a placeholder name until I figure out
Which
something
name
better.
changes every week.
Yes. Well, no, it hasn't anymore. I've kept it the same last few weeks.
So you called it like the quiz last week.
The quiz last week.
Like you called it the Purple Show quiz when we did it last week.
I'm
Purple
working
Show
on it.
quiz.
I need to work on the format and stuff, but we'll deal with that a bit later on. For now, it's the Purple Game Show until I think of a better name.
Mikey, I cannot pronounce his name.
Right.
Well, why don't you try and pronounce it now for us? We'll start us off
And
with
then
with the
we
goalkeeper.
could see.
Owusu-Oduro.
Right. Let's have a look.
Oh, God.
Owusu-Oduro?
That's definitely not how you say his name.
Yeah, you
Owusu-Oduro.
butchered that. Oh, that is tricky. In all fairness, that is tricky.
Owusu-Oduro.
You know what? I would go for that. Owusu-Doro.
Owusu-Oduro.
Yeah.
AZ Alkmaar, clean sheet in their game against Utrecht, who obviously are above them slightly in the table. He made 3 saves, decent XG prevented.
Cool.
Decent player.
We'll move down the row.
Yeah, I got Provedel in goal for Lazio.
Mm-hmm.
He got a clean sheet and a free saves in a 3-0 win against Hellas.
And again,
I have Verho for Varennes.
can somebody
Uh,
just check the pronunciation on that one?
VELHO.
You're asking me to check
Velho.
Velho. Oh, Velho. Okay,
Velho,
fair
Velho.
enough. Velho.
Made 5 saves and kept a clean sheet for Farnes, who are in a relegation zone away
Correct.
to 8th place Morenese.
Morenese.
I just realised I missed a dash in the name, so his name's Owusu-Oduro.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
He's only 20, by the way.
Oh, really?
Young keeper.
FM Wonder Kid.
Well, if that's going to get him points.
No, but but it's worth mentioning too because I'll sign him on the next save. Go ahead, Lloyd. Why don't you tell us who your goalkeeper is?
My goalkeeper is Marko Dimitrovic for Leganes, of course, 1-0 clean sheet against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid scoring a lot of goals this season. He got an 8.7 match rating as well. So for me, he is my goalkeeper.
You said Griezmann missed a penalty. Did he miss or was it saved?
He missed it.
Oh, right, okay.
He missed it, so it's not a penalty save. We can't count that,
No.
unfortunately. And I think I'm going to have the winner here. Kevin Trapp kept a clean sheet for Frankfurt against Borussia Dortmund. 3 saves in a home win.
I don't know.
In the Bundesliga, who obviously second best team in the Bundesliga of all time.
Borussia
I think
Dortmund are
I've got-
10th. Atletico
Yeah.
Madrid were first.
I think I've got something to say about it with the goalkeeper, personally.
I just think-
I can't
I'm-
vote for myself.
I'm going for Lloyd. I'm sorry, but
Um,
Leganes beating Atletico Madrid is more
Yeah.
impressive than Frankfurt being Dortmund, because Frankfurt are a big club themselves.
But not as big, nowhere near as big as Borussia
But
Dortmund.
it's not just beating them; it's the clean sheet that's impressive.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah.
clean sheet as well.
Yeah, but it's Leganes against Atletico Madrid.
Leganes
Julian
got
Alvarez.
the mighty Sebastian Haller, mate. They're awesome.
Right, I'm going for Lloyd. Who are you going
I'm
for?
voting for Lloyd.
I'm going Lloyd as well.
I'm voting for
guys-
Henry.
Well, thank you. I went for Lloyd then. Fine. And
Lloyd
that's
gets
one
the first point.
There we go.
point for Lloyd.
Right.
Add it to my list of things I've got to add up.
There we go. First point of the month, I think it is for me.
Is it actually?
Well, yeah, because how many purple shows have we done this month? Is it 1 or 2?
Too many. I forget how many.
If it's 2, then I've definitely got some points, but I didn't get any last week.
Did you not get any last week?
I didn't get any last week. I didn't know because I did the quiz last week and I didn't get any players.
Cool. Right, shall we move on to our defenders then, shall we?
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Should I go first?
Go ahead.
If you want to.
Ruben Fernandes for Gil Vicente. Obviously, they beat Porto. Just have that in mind. Assists and 4 interceptions in a shock 3-1 win over Porto.
Ooh, okay, that's not
Pretty
bad. We'll move down the line again.
Yeah, I got sorry. Thank you very much. I got a Bert for Caligari. He got a goal in a 4-1 win over, I think, is it Lise or Lisi?
Lecce.
Lecce.
I see E, I go E.
Right.
Oh, for
Right
God's
then.
sake, boys. Come on, focus.
I had a guy called Kramer for Go Ahead Eagles. They won 2-1 against Groningen. He made the most interceptions in the game. Overall, a good performance at home against Groningen. Not much more to say, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to go?
I will go, although I don't think I'm going to win this one, unfortunately. David Raum got 2 assists and was man of the match for Leipzig against Bochum, who they drew with 3-3.
That is quite good, though. 2 assists for a
Okay, that's not
defender.
bad.
It is good, but also it's against Bochum and they drew.
You're really not selling this, are you?
No, because
No.
I know I'm not going to win it.
Right.
Like, I'm aware.
My player is Matej Nastasic, scored the winning goal against Atletico Madrid for
for
Leganes.
God's sake.
A clean sheet. Well, why on earth would I not pick him when he
Yeah,
won
that's- I'm
5
sorry
out
with
of
that.
5 duels, 100%? He made a last man tackle. He made 8 clearances. He
That's
was the
Lloyd.
best player on the pitch.
But he used to play for Man City, and
So
therefore
what's-
he loses 10 points.
I am
What do you
voting for
mean?
Lloyd.
Come on. Leganes against Atletico
Lloyd.
Madrid.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Lloyd.
No, I'll vote for Lloyd as well.
Yeah, I can't remember who's was next. Best. All right, Henry.
Probably
There you go.
Henry, yeah.
There you go.
Literally the exact same voting as last time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I see what it is. Leave out the non-regulars. Don't give us any points.
We're gatekeeping the points at the moment, to be fair. Well, I say that you're gatekeeping the points. I've not got any points, but if you vote.
Yeah, we're not at a bad start, have we?
Let's have a look at who's next then. Oh, I've got some options actually.
Nice.
Which one do I go for? That is the question.
Well, I feel like Reece should get us started here because I think he's got a pretty good player, no?
Yeah, Barreiro for Benfica, hat-trick in a 4-0 win. Home win.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
Yeah.
in midfield as well. So
Yeah, he's a central midfielder, no?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's pretty overwhelming, isn't it?
yeah.
I'll do
It's gonna
my
be tough.
best, in all fairness. I will go with Florian Wirtz, who got 2 goals and an assist for Bayer Leverkusen in a 3-1 win against Mönchengladbach. Man of the match. Not quite a hat-trick, but a hat-trick of goal involvements against Mönchengladbach, who are a massive
So
team.
who? Wait,
That's
yours
pretty
against
solid, though.
Gladbach. Who's yours against?
Famalenko.
For what team?
For Millicao, yeah.
And who's your team?
Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh, I
Nah,
don't
but
know.
I still think that's.
Liam, who's your player?
I'm going to need help with pronunciation. You literally helped me to literally. Again,
I love how we've all leaned
Show
in
me the
here.
name.
We're all just intrigued to see what he says.
Anguissa.
and Gisa.
Oh, and Gisa with 2 assists.
He got 2 assists against Atalanta, and he was pulling the strings in defence. Amazing pass contribution.
Nice.
Like he was in like 86% passing rate.
That's good.
That's a massive game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fixtures.
Huge.
It's a big
Pulls
game.
them away at top.
Yeah.
I had the Kiersmacher. He got an assist in Heracles' 2-0 away victory to Almere City.
Right. I've gone for Saul. He got a goal and an assist for Sevilla in a 2-1 away win against Girona. Who are we all voting for here?
So
tough,
it's
you know.
one of
It's
two.
difficult.
Why don't we vote last? Why don't we let these 3
I-
go first?
Right.
You know what? I think I'm going to vote for Henry on this one because I think Gladbach are a big team, and I
Right.
know the only reason I wouldn't is because Wirtz is an attacking midfielder. I don't know how central, like how defensive your midfielder is, but I'll go for Wirtz.
I'm going to go for Reece.
Yeah, I can't back away from a hat trick. I'm going for Reece.
Reece?
It's a difficult one because it's 2 goals and an assist. But I also like the Anguissa one as well because it's 2 assists. Massive.
Right. Decision
Don't-
time.
Don't give me the eyes like that.
Come on, you've got to vote for Henry. Surely it's second best.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go vote for Henry.
So then Henry,
I'm going
And I vote for Liam. So therefore, it's 2 votes apiece.
So then
Right.
Keane has to
Keane's
decide.
got to decide.
Who wins?
Did you vote that tactically, Henry?
Two goals and
I'm
an
actually glad I did
assist
that then.
for Florian Wirtz or a hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, come
you
in,
can
Kean.
come in if you want to. I mean, you
Come
don't
in,
have
I
to.
don't really want to see you, but
Oh, that's
Were
rude.
you listening? Do you understand the choice?
Who are you going for? Right, Reece wins it.
Reece
Let's
with
go.
Reece gets the point for Tom.
Producer Kean has said Reece. That's fair enough. A hat trick's a hat trick.
yeah.
And you know what? A hat trick is a hat trick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a hat trick is a hat trick. So I'm going to go with Myron Boadu for Bochum, who scored a hat trick against RB Leipzig to get a point against the title chasers
Right.
from
Who-
17th.
So who won?
Reece.
No, sorry, who won the game?
Oh, it was a draw.
A
3-3.
draw. 3-3 between who? Sorry, I wasn't.
So
listening to
Bochum
teams. Bochum,
against RB Leipzig.
and he got a hat trick for Bochum.
He did.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. Who's going next?
Yeah, I can go next. I went for Orsolini. He got a goal and assist for Bologna in a 3-1 win against Monza.
Nice.
I've got Philip Krastev, 2 goals and an assist against PSV Eindhoven for Pek Zwolle.
Ooh,
Right.
that is
Very,
massive.
very big game for them. I mean, they're low down in the table. They're 13th, and they beat top of the league. He got 2 goals and an assist.
Wow. That's big.
Here I've got Carvalho for Estoril.
Estoril.
Estoril. There we go. Scored 2 goals, including a winner away to 5th place Santa Clara.
Right. And my player is 35-year-old Kike Garcia for Deportivo Alaves. He scored a hat-trick away from home against
Oh,
Real
what?
Betis.
Oh,
He won the La Liga Santander Player of the Week as well. And this result kept Deportivo Alaves out of the relegation zone because all the teams below them also won. So,
But mine doesn't have a player of the week for the league.
Yeah, mine even.
does it not? Well, this is what I've been told here by Lenny, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look. Hat-trick and League Player of the Week in a 3-1 win.
Well, I
away
could
from
say the
home
same
against
thing
Real
about my
Betis.
player, in all
Was
fairness.
yours against top of the league in your league?
No, but he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, where was
But
he?
mine got 2 goals and an assist. 3 goal involved.
Depends
So
what you
Real
value
Betis-
more. Do you value
Real
an assist
Betis
more or a
are
goal more?
12th.
It's a 94th minute assist.
Real Betis, right, hang
Good
on, Real
pass.
Betis
Yeah.
are 12th, right? RB Leipzig are
They did draw, though.
5th. But it's RB Leipzig.
Yeah, but they did draw.
And it's Bochum. And your team was 17th. My team is second from bottom.
Right.
Which may
I
also be
guess.
some-
my
17th, but they're
my
less
team
teams,
beat
so-
first place, and they're like comfortably
Yeah, but you didn't
mid-table.
score a hat-trick, though.
But he got 2 goals and assist. It's nearly the same thing,
It's
really.
nearly the same thing, but it isn't the same thing.
No, but what if, right? You're running in on goal. You could shoot, but you have an option across the box who's obviously going to score.
This is
You're gonna
tough, you
pass it
know.
You're going to pass it to be safe because
Right, hang
even
on.
though it's
I
going to
don't know who to vote for. Right, who are you going for, Liam?
Hang on. I've got one more thing I want to say.
Right, okay.
Bear with
I'm
me.
not bringing up all the statistics.
No, my player scored a hat-trick. That's all I need to say.
I
Okay.
think there's one more thing I want to say. These 3 goals are 20% of their total goals this season.
Well, I was going to vote for you anyway because a striker can't contradict if it's a draw, not really. Like, that's on the defenders if they draw. Like,
Exactly.
He's got a hat trick. He's
He's
done
got
his
a
job
hat-trick, yeah.
against
Yeah.
a team which is a higher caliber from a position where they're about to get relegated.
I've just
so
seen something about my attacker.
I've already voted. I've already voted, mate.
I know,
We're
but
bringing
my-
on
I vote for
I've
Henry.
already voted, mate.
my attacker is not
Should I
a
bring up stats
striker.
from mine?
He's a left winger.
So
he's
you're
done,
so,
he's
so you're a
scored 2
fraud.
goals and got an assist from left wing.
Fraud watch.
No, because he's an attacker. He's an attacker.
He's
But
not.
He got all of this.
He is
from
an
left
attacker.
wing,
It's yeah, we've done it before.
We can have it as
which
an
is
attacker.
impressive.
We
That's
can-
more
we-
impressive than a striker scoring a hat
So
trick.
Liam votes for me.
I vote for Henry.
Reece.
I don't have a clue.
On the mic.
I
You don't know.
I
Stop pointing.
It's not- it's
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
just tapping.
I'm going to
Wait,
vote for Lloyd.
Wait, Lloyd, who's? What? So what's the teams?
Right. So my team, my player was Kike Garcia, plays for Deportivo Alaves, a 3-1 away win, and he scored a hat-trick.
Against Real Betis.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Where
vote
you
for
win.
Lloyd because I don't want to vote for you because then I still have a chance. Because I think
You
my
can't be
player's really
tactically
good.
voting. Vote for who
What
you
is
think the best
you
player.
Just put Liam on the other one.
Yeah,
rather than someone
to
who's
be-
got a hat
yeah.
trick. Come on.
In all fairness.
What is this politics?
Yeah, come on, come on, guys. We can't be doing this. It's got to be fair. You got to think
I don't think
who's.
you're realising how
Fairly
good mine
vote.
is from a left wing, 2 goals and an
Fairly
assist.
vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, his is
impressive
as well.
Lloyd.
Fairly vote.
Lloyd.
I'll go Lloyd last minute.
Okay,
Go Lloyd.
I've gone for Matt. I think 2 goals and an assist away from home is really impressive.
Wait,
So
so where's that? Where's
so
that
either
leave
you
us?
give the point to Lloyd by voting for him, or you vote for me. So basically, if you vote for any of us, Lloyd wins. If you vote for me, then it's a tie between me and Lloyd. So don't.
We're
tactically
gonna have to
vote.
hurry this up, so I'm gonna vote for Lloyd.
Right. Okay.
For God's sake. For God's sake.
I did
feel
think
like
yours
I've
was
been
the
cheating
most
out.
impressive.
Yeah.
I do think.
It's
I do think.
2 hat tricks. It's 3
A-
goal involvement
Against first place from the left wing.
Mental.
On another day, you would win that. On another day, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie. I try my best. I can't get past
The
this
only
bad
reason
voting.
I was bringing up the assist earlier, I was trying to play devil's advocate, but it's worked out. I've got myself a point. So
You got yourself 3 points.
got myself
'cause you
3.
won Goalkeeper, defender, and attacker.
Making up for last week.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
midfield.
Making up for lost
Midfield.
ground.
And now I can't catch you up because it's my turn to do the quiz this week. so
sorry,
this could
Dan.
get dangerous.
Right, whiteboard time.
Let's get to the quiz. Yeah, let's get back to it. We're back with the quiz show element of today's quiz. And that's a minus point for you.
Oh.
Don't muck around.
Tom did it last week, and you didn't give him
Yeah,
any punishment.
Tom owns the podcast. You don't. You get a minus point.
Oh dear.
I get a point for Henry doesn't suck.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, do
Oh,
I as well?
all right, fine. I'll write that then, and then
Except for him.
I get my point back.
Except for you.
No,
Okay.
come on. Can we? No, come
Let's
on, man.
just crack on. Okay. So we've got 3 questions about the Bundesliga that I expect you guys to do well, and apart from you.
Me?
Yeah, don't do well, please.
I'm doing awful.
You always do awful though.
Right, let's go.
So the first question is: Freiburg played a Premier League team the most times last season in European football. I believe it was 3 times last season in European football. Which Premier League team was it? Sorry, 4 times.
Am I being stupid? No.
I'm trying to think who was in
I
there?
know.
No, I
this.
know
I'm
who
gonna,
it
I'm
is.
gonna
I've got
say
it.
I'm gonna say it
I've
one more
got-
time just because I feel like it was unclear. Freiburg played a Premier League team 4 times in European football last season. What was the
I
Premier League
can't remember if this was last season, but I know they definitely played this team a
Oh,
lot.
I think I've got it.
I'm still not sure, but I'll
Right.
I
Is
don't
there a-
think they were in Europe last
Which
year.
version
though.
of I don't know have you written this time?
What if we leave it blank?
Come on, just write a Premier League team.
Has everyone got an answer?
Someone who was in Europe last season. No, because it wouldn't be.
Just write one.
Just pick one.
Put a team down.
Cool. They're a team.
Right.
I think you might have it.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Show. West
It
Ham.
is West Ham.
Oh,
Let's go.
Correct.
West Ham United. Get in.
Well,
Liam's
Brian-
got a
Brian won
point.
Liam
Brian won
has,
Europe
that's
League
a
last year,
first.
wasn't it?
Well, Dan's got a point. Dan will be happy. I feel like Dan should be happy with this now. I feel like a point's good for you.
Point's good.
2 points. You got a player point as well.
No, then.
You did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Ignore me. I'm
You
being
can give me
stupid.
one if you want.
No, I'm good. I am.
That
so
should be a minus
Tom
point
got
for
a
asking for points.
You should get minus points for minus points.
Mate, careful. I will give you a minus point. if you
Right. What we got for question number
Okay.
2?
Question numero dos. What side did Borussia Dortmund lose to in the UCL this week?
Oh
Was that
my
yesterday
gosh.
night then?
I'm saying nothing.
Ah,
It was pretty easy. Or at least it should be if you're watching the Champions League this season,
Well, Leicester aren't in it, so.
which I'm not, to be fair. But
I think I saw this because he got sacked
do you
in
only
the
watch competitions that Leicester are in?
No. I do watch Champions League, but I didn't watch this game.
because he got sacked after this, didn't he? I think it was
believe
this
so.
was the final
This was
game.
the final straw.
I remember seeing it today. I'm pretty sure this is the answer. I might be wrong.
Can't think who it is.
Tom, I do
Oh,
apologise
cool.
by the way for
Cool.
for this quiz.
That's fine.
Cool.
Then.
Have we all got an answer?
No.
Apart from Liam.
No.
Give me a sec.
Come on, mate. Just pick something.
Come on.
I've written something.
You
I
got
know.
a point from doing this last time. Just writing something. So you might as well try.
I'm just gonna write.
I might be wrong. I don't know if I'm right.
It wasn't this team. I just literally this first team that came to my head.
Okay, cool. Everyone ready?
Yep.
No.
Oh, I've got longer to think then.
Just put a team down. Come
Right
on.
team.
We need to be quick here, guys.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Gonna give you a countdown. Ready? 3, 2,
I know he wasn't there, but I'm just gonna
One.
put it down anyway.
reveal.
Inter. I don't know.
I went for Bologna.
That's it. I
put
did
Monaco,
see
but I
that.
know they didn't play. Monaco played that.
And what did you say? I can't see what that says.
Lisbon, sorry, Dan.
Lisbon.
What was the answer?
It was Bologna.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
come
seeing the
on.
goal alerts now because I remember Dortmund were 1-up at weren't they, and then they lost 2-1.
We don't
Thought
talk
it
about
was Bologna.
my pen's dying.
Okay. Only one team in the Bundesliga have won all of their last 5 matches? Which team?
Oh, this is tough, you know.
And I'm giving you no information further.
In all competitions or in the Bundesliga alone?
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
Well, no, because it makes a difference to my answer.
Bear with me. Let me double check.
I don't know if I'm going to get this right. I've just put
I know it's not a certain team if you say it is all competitions or it's
Well,
not.
I don't know. Bear with me a second.
Oh, yeah.
you can't find. The pen's ran out, is it?
What happened to the new pens I got?
Well, these are the new pens, aren't they?
Yeah. Why is there only 2 of them?
Well, because I picked the first 4 pens out the
Oh,
bag that I
right.
saw.
I mean, it could be both. They've won the last 5 league games and they've won the last 5 games in all competitions.
Right.
Okay, then it's not the team I was thinking. Then.
Okay.
I reckon it's not as obvious.
They've won the last 5 in all competitions?
Yeah.
I want to change my answer now. Can I change my answer? Or am I... Oh,
You
stuck?
can. You have free will. The question's not closed yet. Or we'll close very, very soon.
Okay.
We're just
I'm
waiting for
putting
Liam
this
to
to-
figure out which end of
Okay.
the pen to use.
I think if I was listening... Yeah, I
That's
was
really made me change my answer.
Yeah, I've done
That
it. I think
little
I've
bit
got
of
it.
his piece of information.
In all fairness, I don't think he wrote the
No.
I'm pretty confident
He
in this
didn't
now.
write the questions last night, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. Well, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and but that extra piece of information's made me shift.
Ready?
Right.
Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.
Frankfurt.
I went for Frankfurt.
Leverkusen's correct.
It was
What?
Leverkusen.
No.
Oh,
No, but then what you said is wrong because they lost last night. to
They
Atletico,
lost
didn't
last
they?
No,
night.
that was before he wrote the question.
Oh,
But you just
that's why
said
I was
last
asking
5 in all
I
comps.
was going to write Leverkusen, and you said yes to all comps, so I would have written Leverkusen.
Oh man, I had Leverkusen written
I
on the
feel-
board.
I know, I saw it and I was like... Technically, when the quiz was set, they hadn't.
You shouldn't. No, you
Right.
should have done because it was obvious what I was asking.
I've been stitched out of a point.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
But Liam got a point.
Yeah.
Liam got a point. Way!
2
So-
points in this quiz.
Who are
Yeah.
you covering for again? Remind me.
I'm covering for Dan.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He is. He's
I'm
covering
being
for
told.
Dan.
So, Lloyd, in the quiz, how many points did you get?
I got 2.
2 quiz points. Reese, how many points in the quiz did you get?
No.
0 points. Cool.
What?
Liam, how many points did you get in the quiz?
2.
You got 2 quiz points. Can we get a round of applause for Liam, please, guys?
Well
That's
done.
well
Well
done.
done,
that is
Liam.
really impressive for you. I'm proud of you.
Guessing case you fall.
For God's sake. Matthew, how many points did you get?
1.
You got 1 quiz point. Well done,
Okay.
Matthew. Who was that covering for again? Jamie. Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to do names on the top of my head as I'm saying things. You got 1 point. And then Henry got no points. So screw the rest of you. And that will be the end of the show today. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back next week with the usual crew, giving you all the latest updates from European football. Please give us a like if you can, and subscribe if you're not already. I believe it's 99% of people aren't subscribed, which, come on guys, there's so much cool content here.
Yep.
Make sure you are subscribed and you have that bell on for notifications. And we will be back. I believe tomorrow is a blue show?
Won't be anything.
No, tomorrow's your day off. And then Sunday, we're back with...
No, this comes out on a Saturday.
Does it?
Yes, Sunday's the off day.
Yeah,
Then
we've
Monday,
already
Sorry,
said
I've got
that.
my head in
Monday
the
will
wrong-
be a gradient show. I
We'll
think.
be back on Monday with the Gradient Show. Sorry, I'm still figuring out our new schedule.
Yeah.
We'll be back, but that will be changing soon as well. It's all in my head. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll be back on Monday. And if not, we'll be back here next week with another Purple Show. Thank you all for watching.